Hi, welcome to Two Way Radio Shop's YouTube channel. My name's Neve and today we're going to be unboxing the Motorola R7 series two-way radio. So the radio that we're going to be unboxing today is the Motorola R7 capable. We've got it in the full keypad version, but you can also get it in a non-keypad version. This is a digital portable two-way radio. Throughout all the campaigning for this radio, Motorola's put a lot of focus and emphasis on the audio capabilities of this device, so it's going to be interesting once we get into the features to talk about that. This is the standard Motorola box. This is what it looks like when your radio arrives. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for you just so you can get a sneak peek. So this is everything that you get inside of the main box for the radio. You do also get a quick reference user guide. I'm just going to put that to the side for now. And you get a single unit charger that comes in a separate box, and I will show you that later. So I'm just going to go ahead and take all the packaging off these and I'll be right back. So starting with this is the radio's dust cover, sometimes called the accessory port cover. As you can see, it's absolutely tiny, and this is loads different to designs that Motorola have brought out in the past. Next, we've got the 2200 milliamp battery. This is an Impress battery. It's also the slim version of the battery. The capable and the premium radios do come with the slim battery as standard, but you can upgrade if you'd like to. I think the regular capacity battery is 2500 milliamps. This is the star of the show, the actual radio itself. The one that we have here is the UHF version of the radio. Like I said, full keypad. This is standard belt clip. And standard stubby antenna. So first things first, I'm just going to attach the belt clip to the battery. You do this by just sliding it in here. Sometimes you can get a little bit of resistance on this, so don't be afraid to push it in firmly. Next, I'm going to attach the battery to the radio itself. So you just pop the battery onto the radio's rails like so, and then firmly push it up till it clicks into place like that. Next, you just screw the antenna into the antenna port here. And the dust cover covers the accessory port here. Now that the radio has been assembled, I just want to go over some of its main features with you all, starting with its housing. This is a new design from Motorola. It's actually an antimicrobial coating, which is supposed to prevent contaminants and germs living on the radio. This is pretty cool innovation when you think, and it's came about as a result of the recent coronavirus pandemic. The radio itself has been tested to military standard H, and it has an IP rating of 68 and 66. So the IP rating 66 refers to its ability to withstand direct impact from a highly pressurized water source, such as a stream, a waterfall, a jet, or something like that. The IP68 rating refers to the fact that it's completely dust tight and waterproof. Motorola does say that this radio can be submerged in water of up to 2 meters for up to 2 hours, which again is pretty impressive. Moving on to the actual physical features of the radio, they've kept the classic on and off knob, which also doubles as volume control, and this one here is the channel selector. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn the radio on. There we go. So the radio that I'm using right now is actually unprogrammed, so it doesn't have any cool features on it. It's just pretty basic. On the side here we have the large push to talk button. You press this, you speak into the radio, and it transmits to other radios. If I press it in, you'll be able to see the LED indicator light just here. This should light up when you're transmitting or receiving. Also on the top of the radio here we have the bright orange emergency button. This can be an absolute lifesaver. If you are in an emergency situation, you'll just press this button and it'll sound an alarm to any other radio that's on your system, let people know that you need help, you're in an emergency, you're in danger or something like that. Going back to the side of the radio here, there's 3 other buttons. These are all programmable buttons. That means that they don't have any preset features, but you can program them, assign them any features that you need, depending on how you use your radio. An example of this would be if you sometimes use indoor location tracking. If you have that set up on your device, you could click this to enable it or disable it. If you worked on a massive site where you have different zones, you use different channels in different zones, different talk groups, you could program on these buttons that if you press it, it switches you into a different zone. As you're entering that zone, it puts you on the correct channels. I think that's a pretty cool feature. If I go ahead and turn the radio back around, we'll have a look at the display. So this is a 2.4 inch high resolution display. It is impact resistant. One of the coolest features I think about this is that it's a transflective screen. You can kind of see it working right now. We are in a really brightly lit office, so you can't see its full ability, but basically what a transflective screen does is it uses ambient lighting, outdoor lighting, to light up the screen without a backlight. The benefits of this is that if you're outdoors, if you've ever been outside in the sun and tried to use your mobile phone, it's really difficult to see the screen, but with this transflective screen it makes it a lot easier. If I go ahead and click a button, it'll activate the backlight. There you go. So this radio can be used in outdoors, in bright light, and also in dim lighting. I'm going to move on to the keypad. Pretty standard keypad for a two-way radio, or like an old phone kind of setup here. And these 2 buttons here, again, programmable buttons, sorry. The only thing that's slightly different about this is the menu button, the select buttons over here on the left. I think typically we would expect to see this in the middle of the navigational button here. It is a little bit strange seeing it over there. Don't worry, you do get used to this pretty easily when you start using the radio, so I wouldn't say that this is necessarily a drawback. Underneath the keypad here is the speaker. It's a loud front-facing speaker, so you should be able to hear audio through it really well. So at the beginning of the video, I did mention that Motorola's put a high focus on audio capabilities with the R7 radios. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off because it can be a little bit distracting. What I mean by that is that they have put a lot of cool features on here to try and improve the audio quality. Traditionally with digital radios, a lot of people think that the audio that comes out of them is very robotic. It doesn't sound lifelike, and a lot of people don't like that. I think with the features that they've put into the R7 radios, they are really trying to combat that. On the front of the radio here, you have a front-facing microphone, and you also have a back-facing microphone just here. So the dual mics allow for incredible sounding noise cancellation, So basically what happens is the front microphone will pick up your voice as you're speaking into the radio, and the back microphone will pick up background noise, ambient noise, and they will work together to adjust the speaker's volume automatically so that your voice is the main thing that's being heard while cancelling out the background noise. Another cool audio feature that this radio has is automatic acoustic feedback. Sorry, that's a little bit hard to say. Basically all that means is that if you have another radio in a close vicinity to your radio, sometimes you might hear that howling sound. This feature actually cancels out that howling sound, so it's not, you can't really hear it, basically. You can actually program these radios to have up to 15 different audio profiles. Straight out of the box, it does work at 102 phones, which is already extremely loud, but it can be programmed to up to 107 phones. This makes the R7 range extremely high performing in extremely loud environments. Think construction or manufacturing, something where typically radio audio may get lost. These work really well in those environments. Next, I'm just going to turn the radio around and show you the accessory connector. I have removed the dust cover. Interestingly enough, with the R7, with radios in the past, if you remove the dust cover, it does compromise the IP rating of the radio. This isn't the case with the R7. This new design means that the IP rating is still intact if you remove the dust cover. I think it is like a additional additional add-on. You don't necessarily need it. Turning the radio over, this is the battery charging and the belt clip that we assembled earlier. You can actually charge the R7 radios with the DP4400 chargers. However, all of the batteries and accessories are new. They are different due to the connection points here and here. Like I said, the capable and the premium do favour the slim battery. The battery should have up to 28 hours battery life, perfect for using it on shift or something like that. So those are all the main features of the radio. I am just going to quickly show you the single unit charger, and then I'm going to end the video. So this is a separate box that you get with the radio. It's got your single unit charger power supply here, and this is just the charging dock. Pretty basic, pretty standard, to be honest. I am going to end the video here, so if you have any questions at all about the R7 radio or about any of its features or anything like that, please do leave a comment down below.